State Superintendent Jill Underly comes face to face with state lawmakers after skipping a hearing on sexual misconduct in Wisconsin schools.
The First Warn Weather Team, we have all eyes on a big change with temperatures crashing as we head towards the weekend. Will we have snow in the forecast? I'll give you the very latest information in just a moment.
And later, with SNAP benefits now paused under the government shutdown, how some high schoolers in Milton are stepping up to keep their community fed. And as we welcome you to News 3 Now at 6, we do have some breaking news into the newsroom. You're taking a live look at Louisville's Muhammad Ali International Airport, where a UPS plane crashed shortly after takeoff. The Louisville Metro Police Department and other agencies say injuries are being reported. Now, according to UPS, 3 crew members were on that aircraft. They could not confirm their status at this hour. This happened a little more than an hour ago. A shelter in place has been issued for all locations within 5 miles of the airport there in Louisville. According to the Federal Aviation Administration, the plane crashed just after 5. It was heading to Honolulu, the Louisville airport known as the UPS Worldport, the worldwide air hub for United Parcel Service. The FAA says the National Transportation Safety Board will be leading the investigation into this crash.
And now to continuing coverage of the Department of Public Instruction's handling of sexual misconduct claims in schools.
A Cap Times investigation published last month found 200 incidents of educator sexual misconduct or grooming from 2018 to 2023. It also says DPI has limited resources to investigate such incidents.
Now, the report says the department did not make the status of these investigations readily available and allowed teachers to give up their licenses in exchange for avoiding in-depth investigations.
And that brings us to today, when State Superintendent Dr. Jill Underly made her first public comments since that article sparked concerns over her department's handling of teacher licenses. Our Ellie LaLiberte was at the Senate Committee on Education. Ellie, what did we hear from Jill Underly today?
Well, Eric, Sarah Underly continuously defended the Department of Public Instruction, saying it follows state statute. And before she spoke to the Senate Committee on Education, Underly held a press conference where she announced additional measures she will take that will lead to transparency.
Our work is open and accountable. Nothing is hidden.
State Superintendent Jill Underly defending the Department of Public Instruction on Tuesday. This after DPI came under scrutiny for the way it handles educator sexual misconduct allegations.
To be honest, the response from DPI as of the story breaking has been disturbing to me.
An October Capital Times investigation found 200 incidents of sexual misconduct or grooming in a 5-year period. In response, DPI is expanding a database to track revoked or surrendered educator licenses.
And we're exploring ways to include information about why a license was revoked or surrendered.
But lawmakers at Tuesday's informational hearing questioned why more wasn't done before the article's publication.
I feel like this is just a response to an article, right? Now the public's aware of what's happening, and now suddenly we can reprioritize and make sure we do this.
According to the article, DPI has 1 full-time and 1 part-time employee dedicated to investigating these incidents with the help of legal counsel.
1.5. Is that sufficient?
As it is right now, we could use more resources.
One of those resources could be subpoena power, which DPI currently cannot utilize in its investigations.
Meaning we rely on voluntary cooperation of witnesses, district officials, and others to gather critical information. Even limited authority would allow us to gather evidence more efficiently and to act faster to protect kids.
Underly doubling down on what she says is good work her department is doing.
And we do everything in our power to remove those who harm children from classrooms, and we do it urgently and decisively. Unfortunately, some have chosen to use this deeply sensitive issue to score political points.
So you say we're making political points, or people are making political hay? My frustration is the legislature is getting blamed for stuff, and now you're able to make some counteractions and make some recommendations, which is great, but where was all this before the article ran?
Now today, Underly also released other steps she is hoping to take, including establishing statewide standards, modernizing licensing, and strengthening laws. On Monday, Republicans proposed a bill to clearly define grooming in state statutes, something Underly says she is in favor of.
Ellie, thank you. Another comfortable day out there from a weather standpoint, especially for early November. Alex is here with the First Warn forecast.
It was beautiful today. We still have beautiful temperatures in the forecast for a little while. 55 on Wednesday, 54 Thursday, 57 on Friday. And then the rug gets pulled out from underneath us as a weather system comes in from the north and from the west, ushering in cooler temperatures. And yes, a mix of rain, possibly mixed in with some wet snow if the track is just right. And then we'll slowly climb our way out of the chilly stuff heading towards southern Wisconsin as early as Saturday. Temperatures overnight tonight, nothing chilly about tonight. 46 for a low temperature in Madison, 49 in Janesville. That low temperature in Janesville and in Madison is closer to our normal high temperatures for this time of year. So it just goes to show how much of a contrast we have and what's coming forth with our weather forecast here. 55 breezy conditions on Wednesday. It's going to be a common number across all of southern Wisconsin. Right now we're at 51 in Madison, upper 40s to the lower 50s. These are the normal highs for this time of year. And we're still in the mid 50s in the southwest part of Dane County, 50 to the northeast up towards the Sun Prairie area on Highway 151. A beautiful day tomorrow, less the wind. It's going to be a breezy go on Wednesday. And then we eye up the rain chances Thursday night. That's weather system number 1. But weather system number 2 is the talk in the weather community now. Will it snow? And let's track when that snow may start, peak, and end when I come back.
Alex, thank you. This morning, the Dane County Board of Supervisors held a press conference on the newly proposed county operating budget.
And part of that proposal would lower the salary of all county employees by 1%, and it would impact staffing for the Dane County Sheriff's Office. Our Jalen Banks sat down with Dane County Sheriff Calvin Barrett to talk about the proposal. He joins us now live. Jalen, what did the sheriff have to say?
Sarah and Eric, this afternoon when I sat down with Dane County Sheriff Calvin Barrett, he shared with me that as far as decisions made with staffing and operating budgets for the department, that he has very little say in it. All he can do is make proposals. Now, as part of the new proposed operating budget for the county, it would freeze 20 of the existing vacant positions within the Sheriff's Department for the 2026 calendar year. And Sheriff Barrett says this puts the department in a bind.
Yeah, well, first, the conversations in regards to the decision to move forward with freezing the 20 positions was very minimal. It was provided to me right before a board meeting over the phone, and really didn't have the time to process exactly what it was and what were the implications of it. At the end of the day, we were faced with two options. One was unsustainable, and the other one provided us with a short-term survivability, and that's where we're moving forward with.
Now, News 3 Now has been covering this particular story extensively. We'll continue to keep you updated both online and on air as more finalization comes for the county's budget. But for now, reporting in downtown Madison, Jalen Banks, News 3 Now.
Okay, thank you so much, Jalen. In other news, nearly 270,000 children across Wisconsin rely on SNAP, called Food Share here, for their food.
Every month, a little more than 23,000 people in Rock County rely on Food Share. So as Armand Rahman shows us, to get some help, the Milton Food Pantry is going back to school.
Our school is so small, you think you know everybody. And you don't know what people are going through at home. You don't know their financial situation. You don't know anything.
And Delaney and Kenzie didn't know 350 of their classmates walking the halls rely on Food Share.
Learning that there's a lot of kids out there that also rely on other benefits through government funding for food outside of school is just a really nagging concern that you want to help with.
When lawmakers allowed SNAP benefits to lapse, the high schoolers knew they had to do something. And Milton Meals Matter, a unique way of keeping their community fed, was born.
I think that just this is a time of immediate crisis that we all just want to help.
To get in on the action, all you have to do is fill up a bag with some non-perishable food and leave it on your porch or outside your door at 3 p.m. on Saturday, to be picked up by Milton High School students who'll then distribute it to families on Sunday.
They can get these things provided to them without having to go through the burden of getting gas and driving to a location.
They are able to receive the stuff they need without feeling singled out.
A list of the frequently asked for items are on the Milton Meals Matter website that they developed with the help of the Milton Food Pantry. For example, the average household is requesting 4 cans of beans and 2 boxes of cereal.
We know that our students need to be able to have the food that they need to be able to focus in school and learn and grow. And so the food pantry, it's a great relationship that we have so that we can support what needs they have and help supplement.
So students can focus on where their next class is, not their next meal.
No kid should go hungry.
Reporting in Milton, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
Armand, thank you. Now, if you can't leave food out Saturday, you can also bring donations directly to Milton High School or donate money to the Milton Food Pantry.
And the Goodman Community Center is asking for your help with its Thanksgiving Basket Drive. This annual drive provides the fixings for families to make a full Thanksgiving meal at home. Beginning November 15th, you can donate the food and money needed to fill 4,000 baskets. That is the goal. The center has provided grocery lists to make the drive successful. News 3 WIC-TV is a proud partner of the Thanksgiving Basket Drive. Financial donations can also be made online at goodmancenter.org/donate. And coming up next on News 3 Now at 6, a healthcare worker strike ends in Rock County.
Plus, open enrollment for 2026 health coverage is underway, but you may be shocked by the spike in costs, how much prices are going up, and why you're paying more.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. In Rock County, the more than 100 healthcare workers on strike at the Mercy Health East Clinic in Janesville are returning to work. After a months-long strike, UAW Local 95 came to an agreement with the clinic last night. Workers walked off the job back in early July, asking for wage increases, more job security, and a boost in benefits. The union representative didn't confirm many details, but did say workers weren't able to get the desired shift on health insurance premiums.
A new initiative at UW Health is looking to improve the hospital's process when it comes to hospice care. Previously, patients have had to stay in the intensive care unit during their final days since it takes time to coordinate hospice care. But now UW Health involves hospice much earlier to ensure that a patient can spend their final days in a more appropriate environment. And it can even help families financially.
Some patients do see copays if they're more of a regular inpatient, say on a palliative service. Most insurers, if you're in hospice status, there are no copays. So for a small number of patients, this could even be like a more affordable option that provides more options for the patient and their family to have control in the situation while still getting great end-of-life care, either through our providers at UW Health or through a hospice agency that we work with.
Offering inpatient or home hospice as an option early creates more space as well in the ICU for other patients. And it is a better experience for those patients who have comfort as their goal.
Millions of Americans will soon be paying more for health insurance because insurance companies connected to the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare, are charging more for coverage next year. KFF, a nonprofit focused on health policy, found insurance companies in the Affordable Care Act are raising premium costs by roughly 26% on average next year. More than 24 million people get their health insurance through the ACA, and roughly 92% of them receive federal tax credits to help lower their monthly costs. But those healthcare subsidies are at the center of the battle on Capitol Hill, set to expire at the end of 2025. The Congressional Budget Office estimates that permanently extending those subsidies would cost $350 billion over the next decade. Without the subsidies, KFF says average monthly premiums would go up from $888 to as much as more than $1,900 a month next year.
Still ahead, we have a traffic alert tonight for John Nolan Drive.
Also an historic day for Quick Trip. The company celebrating its new distribution center in DeForest today. We'll show you next.
And how much snow will we see over the weekend? Did I just really say that? Alex returns with the forecast after the break.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. Quick Trip is celebrating its new distribution center in DeForest today with a ribbon cutting ceremony. The new facility will service 350 Quick Trip stores when complete, including a freezer, a cooler, and dry goods space as well, and it's now done. 4 conditioning rooms for banana ripening are even included. Prior to this new facility, all Quick Trip stores were serviced by the distribution center in La Crosse.
You know, it gives us a farther reach, and then it allows us to have additional stores that we can service. We were at our maximum capacity of about 900 stores out of La Crosse, Wisconsin. And so this at maturity will be 350 locations. And so that gives us more flexibility for expansion.
They know how to do it right, too, right? They had the band there as well playing. In addition to the distribution center, the Quick Trip campus in DeForest includes a truck wash and a fleet operations maintenance facility, even an on-site health clinic for workers. Quick Trip will employ 400 workers in those facilities.
Now a heads up if you are driving on John Nolan Drive tonight. If it's not too late, starting at 7 p.m., left turns from John Nolan onto Broome Street will be prohibited. That closure will last until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Now we're talking about the weather. It's staying warm and sunny for now, but then we have those temperatures beginning to head south big time, right, Alex?
Yeah, big time. And you can see it here, very evident, right in the middle of this graphic here. Mild temperatures, and then as I've been saying all afternoon, all evening, the rug is going to get pulled right out from underneath us. Cold temperatures, and there will be precipitation during this time frame, Saturday, Sunday, and perhaps even lasting into a little bit later part of Sunday. And that precipitation is not going to be just in the form of rain if the weather system tracks as we're currently expecting it to. But before that, the mild stuff, we got upper 40s to right around 50 degrees. This isn't current temperatures. This is what we're expecting for low temperatures tonight. These are closer to our normal high temperatures for this time of year. The highs as we go into Wednesday above normal by a few degrees will be 55 to 56, breezy conditions, winds gusting at times upwards of 30 miles per hour. And then we start to track the rain shower chances. Thursday night we'll have a quick batch of a couple of showers come through right around midnight. And then that weather system this weekend that we have had our eyes on for some time here. This is the latest glimpse, the weather model that's been the most consistent in showing how this is all going to unfold, with some rain shower activity by 12:30 in the afternoon, then rain mixing in with wet snow as we go into Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. This is a little bit further north of a shift in the track, bringing snow showers to the area Saturday evening. Some flurries and gusty winds still left over on the backside of that weather system as we go into Sunday morning. Unfortunately, that's during the Madison Marathon, so be prepared to dress warmly, runners, on Sunday. What is the best path for measurable snow? Well, one pathway is a Colorado low coming out of Colorado, dipping into Kansas, picking up moisture from the Gulf, and then moving just to the south and east through Chicago. Our weather system this weekend is this green line here, very similar to a Clipper-like system. So not as much moisture to work with, but it's going to bring in that cold air, and that's a key ingredient to bring that rain chance to snow chances as we go Saturday night into early Sunday. As the bottom line, minor accumulations are expected, looking at grassy surfaces or maybe on the trees that still have some leaves left. We're keeping a close eye on the track of that weather system. It could shift to the south, and if it does go to the south, it will take those snow chances with it. So Badger game, get prepared. It's going to be breezy. It's going to be wet as we go into Sunday. The marathon runners, it's going to be chilly with the potential for some flurries. And we can take this all full screen here because we should show the Packers forecast on Monday evening, 7:15 up in Lambeau Field. It's going to be on the chilly side, but not expecting precipitation. Just get ready to bundle up because it's going to be chilly, a bit on the breezy side at kickoff. So get ready for that. Fall-like weather for sure. A little bit of winter, too.
They do that well at Lambeau. They bundle up.
They do. They know what they're doing.
Thanks, Alex.
Yeah. So we had the men's team open up last night, scored a lot of points. Now we're set for the women's team to open a new chapter, right?
And they are very optimistic about that new chapter. Still to come in sports ahead of that season opener, why Wisconsin women's basketball calls their program a sleeping giant, and why they believe it will wake up. Next on News 3 Now. Wisconsin women's basketball enters a new era tomorrow night. When Robin Pingeton took the head coaching job, she described this program as a sleeping giant, a struggling program with immense potential, an idea that their star player Ronnie Porter bought into so much that she took her name out of the transfer portal and came back to Bucky.
Again, sleeping giant. We have a lot of weapons this year, and we're going to wake a lot of people up. We're going to get a lot of people in the seats, and it's a new year. I mean, obviously, we weren't the best winning team previously, but this year, again, clean slate, a lot of new people, a lot of new buckets, new coaching staff. Everything's just new, and we're waking up a lot of people in the country, not just the state of Wisconsin, but the country.
Mimi Collier never planned on transferring away from Oregon, but when her head coach took a new job before her senior year, she entered the portal. Kelly Sheffield reached out immediately, trying to lure the National Player of the Year candidate to Madison. And the first thing that popped into the volleyball star's head was the unmatched atmosphere she saw when she was at Wisconsin as an opponent, and how she wanted to be a part of that. 3 days later, she was a Badger, and by the way, is also this week's guest on the Wisconsin Huddle.
It's been so fun. I gained 15 new best friends. We are all so close. We hang with each other all the time. I've never had so much fun with a group of girls than I have with these girls. And I think we're hitting our peak at the right time. I think we're gelling right now. And I think we're really just gonna, we're continuing to get better every single week. And by the time December rolls around, I think we're gonna be the best that we're gonna be.
To the baseball diamond, where Pat Murphy was nominated for the National League Manager of the Year award. Of course, he won that honor last year, which was his first year at the helm, and this year led the Crew to the best record in baseball. In other award news, Madison West's very own Drake Baldwin is a finalist for the National League Rookie of the Year award. He hit 19 home runs for the Braves with a .274 batting average, all while spending 97 games behind the plate.
He's got to be the favorite, right? At
Yeah,
this point?
definitely.
Murph may not get it because he won it last year.
But
maybe one of those
Baldwin,
deals.
he's the real deal.
He's got to get it, yeah.
Yeah.
Be nice to have Madison West, right?
Yep.
Okay, good luck to him. Alex, final check?
Yeah, all eyes are on the weather system for this upcoming weekend. We'll have an update with Future Track. Tune in tonight at 10 o'clock on the latest on that weather system that could bring some snow this weekend.
All right, Alex, thank you. Entertainment tonight coming your way next. We'll be back here tonight for News 3 Now at 10.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you later.